Hello everybody, this is TechStack here, and welcome back to episode 7 of my Ancient Warfare series here on the Project Red Dog server. Guys, I know I haven't recorded in a very long time. Was busy with work and some other things. More about the other things in a little bit. But for now, I'm here in the Nether. As you can see by the map here, we've got the quarry all set up. All the lava's gone. We've got the farm set up. Yes, we actually have the gold farm, the gold Mega Pigmen farm. That's a little bit of an access ladder right there. And as you can see, this thing just rains pigmen. Once they start spawning here, it just goes nuts. They're probably not going to spawn while I'm standing right here because I am too close to it. We've got a nice path off on every direction so that even though we've covered all this land here in the Nether and destroyed everything, it's still possible to traverse the Nether. This kind of eventually probably will be the Nether hub. We'll have to kind of see how that turns out though. Let's go up here and I'll show off the design. You can see there's 1, 2, 3 spawning floors. That's all this thing takes. And in fact, a couple of these floors, like this bottom one, I probably could reduce the size of it a little bit more because the pigmen can't see the secret behind this whole thing, which is the NPC up here. We've discovered that pigmen, well, they don't like NPCs. As you can see, this guy's fixated on him right there and just wants to go kill him, basically. And they'll do everything they can to do that. So let's head back down and watch this thing run for a little bit. It's just... like, when it gets going, look at that. It just bam, 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 bam. Pigmen like crazy. Now, every once in a while, it tends to hiccup and just not spawn some for a while. I think you get that with just about any type of design, though. Yeah, see, it's not going to spawn for me right this second. Not really quite sure what that is. There's really nowhere else that any but entities can be spawning right now. I know I've got some gravel out there from when I was doing some test runs and stuff. I could clean some of that up. I could clean some of those netherrack posts. You can probably see that one off in the distance, like that one there. To get a little bit fewer spawns outside the trap itself. But when this thing goes, it goes nuts. You can see in my inventory, I've got plenty of gold now. But yeah, let me do something I normally don't do here. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I went into creative here so I could fly around this thing because it just looks cool, I think. Get a little bit of distance here. You can see the pigmen now that are spawning in. Look at this, guys. They all just take a mad dash for the center. And because we've got trapdoors in there, they see it as a valid block that they can walk on, and away they go into their death down there. I've got half slabs down there. The reason for the half slabs is we actually had mobs spawning down there, and believe it or not, I didn't know this, but if you get this many pigmen dying and taking damage, eventually you'll start to get zombies, actual overworld zombies, not zombie pigmen, but zombies spawning in the Nether, and they're quite the surprise when that happens, because, well, they'll sneak up on you. That's why we have iron doors down there inside the thing. As you can see, we just have to get the distance just right. That's the key to this. And normally that's achieved by just going down, but sometimes it stops up, sometimes it doesn't. Let's just try it. We'll go down here. Because you need to be like 100 and some blocks away. There we go. Pigmen like crazy. I just love it when this thing goes, because, well, they're crazy. We're already up to 45. I think we're at 23 already. So as you can see, this thing just plenty of gold. Beats any farm design I've ever seen here. No, that's not gonna work. Here, get rid of this because I don't cheat things in. And no, none of this was created in creative. It was all built in survival. Hanging out over the lava for quite a while with gas shooting at me and everything else. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, hey, we got our cells of magnet cube. That does happen because they spawn in those spawning pads up there. If you're wondering how they're spawning on the half slabs up there, those are half slabs so that they take up the top half of the block, so they'd be up at that level, not down there. And then the very top floor, we've got the 3 spawning levels, and then we've got another floor of half slabs. That's a half slab on the bottom of a block. You can see it there. That's to prevent ghast from spawning, because when this thing was all open, ghast would actually spawn on the top floor and wreak havoc on things. Ghast will spawn, I think it's like a 3x3 by 3 or 4 high, I think it is. But they don't spawn if it's less than that. I just love watching these guys fall. Anyway, I know this is probably going to be a shorter episode. Really don't have a whole lot else to show you guys. Just wanted to show this off because it feels like this server is kind of coming to an end a little bit almost. Not very many people have been logging on to play, including myself, which is probably partially my fault. When the server owner doesn't play as much, the server members tend to not play as much. I'm not going the right way. What am I doing? Part of the reason that I haven't been playing much in addition to work is I've been working on the next thing for us guys. And the next things for us is tribes. Yes, I said it. We're going to do tribes again. I said I'd probably never do it again. Well, we're doing it again. And this time, you guys can play with us. It's going to be on the public Project Red Dog server. It's going to have MCMMO as part of it, so that we can level up our players for the battles that we'll be doing. Become stronger, take less fall damage, shoot bows better. There's like 14 different skills that MCMMO adds to the game. In addition to that, I've been writing my own plugin to handle the tribes aspect of it. So what will happen here, in fact, let me just hop over to that server. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back here, guys. This is Minecraft Vanilla version 1.7.9. And let me hit refresh here. I'm going to connect to the Project Red Dog server, which says it's down, but it's really not. That's odd. There we go. Just the server IP address is projectreddog.com. This is where we play every Saturday night around 9 o'clock. Between 9 and 10, we do a PvP night. We usually play Death Cube or something like that. Lots of fun. Come join us. Anyway, I'm going to join on here. Over here in that tunnel, that's where Death Cube's at. Over there's Magic Games, which is currently broke at the moment. The upgrade to 1.7.9 kind of took that thing out. We've also got some test games down inside there that you can try, but they're really not ready for prime time for people to play very much. But over here is where Tribes will be. Tribes is its own animal. It's our own creation. The TS Craft crew came up with it a long time ago. This will be my 3rd season on my YouTube channel that we play Tribes. I'm back. Tribes, this is the 3rd season, as I was saying. It's our first couple versions of Tribes had flaws. We've learned from them. This version, we know better than to assume that people can't do things to the other tribes during peace. There will be no peace. You'll be at war day 1. This is a raiding server. Everyone knows that. So there's no expectation that anything in the overworld is safe. Don't build some massive castle that you don't want destroyed, because it will happen. Probably by me if you're not on my team. Just go into it with that understanding. Have fun. Know that things will get destroyed. Don't be upset when it happens. Okay, all that said, that's the warning. Let's go to get into the game a little bit. So here is the green tribes base. I currently am on the green team. You can see my name is in green there. That will change. All of this stuff as far as MCMMO, currently you can get on here right now and start leveling up, but it will reset when we actually start the game for real. We're kind of in a early testing phase at this point to make sure that everything's going to work. Excuse me. early testing, make sure everything's going to work, make sure the battles are going to work, make sure the custom items that I'm adding to the game are going to work, things like that. So let's get into that a little bit. If you take a vanilla compass, hold it in your hand, and look up in the air, or just don't point at a block basically, right click is going to say the direction to red's temple, green's temple, blue's temple, and yellow's temple. And you can see that the compass is going to point at each one of those individual temples. And by temple, it's this structure here. This is where their team will spawn. This top floor here, this is the altar. This is where you'll go for the battles themselves. And I'll get into the battles in a little bit, but if you're not standing up here when the battle starts, when the battle starts, then you won't go to the battleground. So it's important to know where your base is. That's part of the reason for this. So you can find your own, but also you can find your enemy's base here, and maybe prevent them from going into the battle. Also inside the temple here, there are storage chests that you can utilize. These are the only protected chests in the game. My thought right now is I'll probably also add an ender chest in here somewhere, so that you have access to your own personal safe storage, because these would be accessible to your whole team. Part of the reason that these chests are in here is so you can gear up before the battles, which you have to go to up there. What else do we have? In addition to this compass, I've also added some more expensive items to the game, so that bottle wool, and okay. More expensive items so you can quick travel. So we're gonna create this recipe right here like this, and you get this potion of ender. It says potion of ender dash blue because I'm using blue wool. If I were to use red wool, it'd be calibrated to the red team. And any team can calibrate their potion of ender to any other team, so it's not specific. You can't just go to your own base. But when I drink this potion of ender, I instantly get teleported to that team's area. Not directly to their base, but within 100 blocks of their base here. And as the world renders in here, we should be able to see the temple somewhere, wherever the thing is. Yeah, we're about 120 blocks away. That says that one. There it is. So it's a quick way to mount an attack on an enemy. Granted, they may not actually be in that base, because that's just where you need to be during battles and things like that. But it's a quick way to get over there, to go find their base, to raid them, that type of thing. It's also a quick way to get home if you have a potion for your own base. That would be very useful if you're pretty far out and need to get back home for a battle. Currently, right now, what I'm thinking is the battles, let's talk about those, will be at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And the only way to start, the system will start a battle. The plugin itself will start the battle. The only way to join a battle is to be up on the top floor of the temple. You cannot enter an enemy's temple at all. It won't let you walk in it. Won't let you break blocks, even in creative. It won't let you place blocks. It won't let you pour water. It won't let lava be placed or flow into it. Pistons can't push blocks. There's really no way of destroying anything in that temple area. And in fact, even underneath the temple, you can't get in there or above it. The only people that can enter it are the people on that team. Let me kill myself again so I get back home. As you can see, I'm able to enter it. And even with me being on this team, I can't change anything in here. I can't break or place blocks. And that's just to prevent people from coming in here and building up a huge supply of chests in here to really win this whole thing and have safe storage. You see that grass block? That's kind of a funny story. An Enderman came in here and placed that, so it's here forever now on this version. The map will get reset once we actually start the real game. What else? Let's show you the battle. I won't actually be able to play because it's just me on the server. Let's do some dramatic lighting here. There will be... Okay. There you go. You get these animations here that take place. The lightning's going to strike each one of these points on the temple and light all the netherrack on fire. Once the netherrack's all lit up, we will get tossed up into the air with some more particle effects going on, and then we'll teleport into the dimension. And you can see that it says I've won the battle. It should kill me here in a second. If it doesn't, it must be a bug. So yep, it's a bug. It should send me back to the overworld then. Basically, these battlegrounds, each one will be different. We're planning on creating as many of these as we possibly can. The one you're looking at here is probably going to be a weekly or a monthly battle. Daily battles will award the winner 100 points. The weekly battles will award the winners 800 points, I believe it is. And the monthly battles will award the winners 2,000 points. And then at the end of the month, which we're going to say is 28 days long, so that all months are the same length. At the end of that 28-day period, the tribe with the highest score will win. We'll reset the tribe scores and start all over again. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, if I go out here and I level up an MCMMO, which I just did there by falling, set time to this day real quick. If I go out here and I level up an MCMMO, what's that going to mean for me if we reset everything? Well, we're just going to reset the tribe scores, at least for the first couple months. So if you level up and get to level, I don't know, 500 on your swords, that's great. Go for it. You're going to keep that at least for 3 months from the initial start, which isn't a couple weeks yet. And then from there, after that 3-month period is up, we'll probably determine how we want to handle the MCMMO and determine if we want to reset it or not. I think we probably will, but at least initially we don't want to, so that people are encouraged to level up. And we can kind of get a feel for how the game works. You know, it is brand new. I'm sure there'll be bugs, like you just seen where it didn't say I won. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick Anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of how this whole thing works. In fact, I was going to show you this, and I didn't. Let's make some quick tools here. If you've never seen MCMMO, it's pretty cool. Okay, got that. Let's go find ourselves a tree. I'm not sure what level my axes are, but you can do things like this. If I right click, it says you ready your axe, and I left click to chop this down. Bam! Whole tree chops down. That's one of the abilities that you get with axes. Swords, you can give your enemies bleeding, which makes them continually take damage, almost like a potion effect. And you give that to them just by hitting them with your sword. So that's going to be great for the battles. If I didn't say it already, the team with the last man standing wins. Not necessarily one player, but the team that's eliminated last from that battle world. You can stay behind and not actually join a battle. So you can instead stay behind and raid. So it's a little bit of a twist on everything. You don't have to go for a daily battle and get 100 points if you think you're going to lose anyway. Also, anyone in the battleground will lose 100% of their gear when they exit the battle. So it's a gamble for yourself if you want to try and take diamond gear or iron gear or enchanted gear. You really have to sort out what it is you want to take. What are the odds that someone else is going to take their best gear? Should you take your best gear to counter it? That type of thing. Should you hold out to the end so you can get more points at the very last one? There's going to be a lot of strategy involved in this game, and I think that makes it funner. But anyway, you can see I'm leveling up my woodcutting skills already. If you want to join this, try it out. Go ahead, feel free. It's still really early. We only have like one battle world right now. We will be adding plenty more. There's lots of command block goodness in that specific one we have on here. Sorry if I did a great job building that world. And there's lots more that are in the works. And I'm still working on some additional features for the plugin itself. We're probably going to do something with the dragon egg, but not sure how long that'll take me to finish, so I'll just leave it at that. There's a teaser. You'll want the dragon egg. Anyway, this is TechStack signing off. See you in Tribes, guys. Bye now.